Hello, everybody. It is Wednesday night, which means it's time to go live on Facebook here at Troy Virtual Business Support. I'm a little earlier than I told you I was going to be, and I'm sorry about that. We had a little family scheduling snafu tonight, so I wanted to come down and record this before it wasn't a possibility for tonight because I wanted to talk to you about something important that I know a lot of you are probably confused about. You're hearing a lot of information from different places, and you can go read about this in lots of different places. So how many times do you post on social media a week? What's the right formula for that? And I think the first thing I have to say is a lot of it depends on your audience and your industry, but there is a right formula for every business. And social media is a long game. It's not a short game. It takes a little while to figure out that rhythm and figure out what your audience likes to see. So hang in there as you do that, but I have a few tips to help you figure out what maybe that could look like for your business. So the first thing I want to tell you about is the 80-20 rule. And what this is that 80% of your content on any social media platform should be value added. It should be resource based. It should be building you up as the expert and the resource in your community if you have a location based business, or in your industry, in a little area of your industry if you don't have a location that you target. The other 20% is promotional materials, but still based in providing resources for those followers. The information that you give them keeps your name in their minds, and it reminds them about you when they need that information. So, like I said, be a resource and position yourself as the expert. Don't be salesy on social media. If you're running a sale, that's cool. Promote it. Promote it with your own voice, your own personality of your brand, and make people want to hear your voice. They trust you. They'll start to trust you, and they want to understand who you are, and they'll get to know you. And in reality, people don't buy products and services because of that product or service. There's a lot of competition for anything like that, but they buy because of the person that they trust, whether it's a product or a service. And obviously services, that's more important. They buy from people that they trust and they know and they feel are an expert and that they've provided good content. Another thing that's important when you think about social media posting is repurposing content. So if you have a couple different platforms, let's take a blog, for example. Don't just post it on Facebook once. You can post it on Facebook a couple different times throughout the month with a different headline, with different copy in the post, with a different image that goes along with it. Pull a different quote out on Facebook, and then use that content across all of your platforms and stagger it out a little bit, because I know it's overwhelming to create some content. So that doesn't mean you shouldn't be blogging every week or every other week or whatever you have found to be the right formula, but use that content across the board. So like when I do these videos, they live on Facebook because that's best for Facebook's algorithm, but I also download them and I put them on YouTube because that's great for my SEO. And then I also take that video and I put it on my website so people can go there and see it there too. So repurpose your content so you don't feel overwhelmed by having to create all this new content. My opinion is that when it comes to Facebook specifically, that any post you do should also be combined with Facebook advertising and a specific campaigns that you have running at the same time. I think they complement each other really well. And Facebook, their algorithm somehow really seems to like knowing that a business that is willing to pay to play, they will show their posts to more people, whether it's a paid ad or not. They like to see that. So keep that in mind. I've said it a lot. I think any of your social media posting needs to drive to your website, and it needs to drive to try and get people on your list. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about posting on social media too. So here's the real question. How many times do I post on social media? Well, like I said, it depends on your market, your industry. It depends if you're a service-based business or if you're a product-based business. I know there's a lot of you that have baby businesses. So let's talk about service-based businesses like a doula or sleep trainers or something like that. I used to recommend that clients post 7 times a week, once a day, or even up to 14 times a week. But since the new algorithms have rolled out in the last 6 months, I have changed my opinion on that. And I'm telling my clients, and when I work with my clients, what we do typically is 2 to 3 posts per week on social media, keeping in mind all of the things I just talked about, the 80-20 rule and being a resource and combining it with driving them to the website. And then we pair those with Facebook ads. And if a client wants to use Instagram, we typically post 1 to 2 times a week there. I love Instagram with Facebook because Instagram is kind of the behind the scenes look at what's going on with your business. I think Facebook is a great way to show the personality of your brand, and Instagram is a fun way to show the more fun side of your brand, like the behind the scenes and things like that. So that being said, for a service-based business, if you look at another business like my other business, Macaroni Kid, I'm a publisher here locally, I post a lot on that page. I'll post up to 5 times a day on that page because it is a publication and it is truly a resource for my community, and people look to that social media page to get information about our community. So, and Facebook likes that because it is more of a publication. They like that, and so my posts get seen more, and I am rapidly accruing followers, and I'm not even really doing much other than posting on Facebook. So you can also do that as a service-based business. You can turn yourself into a community resource, because like I said, there's a lot of baby business owners I know watching this. You can turn yourself into the resource for your community. If that's the strategy that you want to do on Facebook, you can do it, and Facebook will like it. So think about that. So my typical formula for a service-based business is 2 to 3 times a week on Facebook, 1 to 2 times on Instagram a week, and then partner it with Facebook ads, because that's where you're going to see a lot of cold traffic come through to not only your page, but also to your website. And then if you set yourself up to be that resource, they'll continue following you and they'll see your posts on their newsfeed. So that's my tip. How many times do you post? I know it depends, and I know it's hard to figure out, but hopefully that sets you in the right direction. If you have no idea how to do this and you don't want to figure out how to do this and it's completely overwhelming and you want someone to walk alongside you and make it super easy, that's what I do with my clients. So let's talk about ways that I can help you grow your social media platforms in your business and actually get them to get people to your website and get them to make conversions for your business, because that's the point of social media. It is nice to be a resource in your community, but you want to drive those conversions. So if that's not happening, let's talk, and I can help you figure out the right ways to do that, and maybe what the right frequency is for your business to be posting on social media and the different types of things. So that's it, I think. It's been a crazy day. But I'm glad I got to come on and talk a little bit about this. I know it's an overwhelming one and people have a lot of questions about it. So I'm going to go. Have a good night. I don't think I'm going to be going live next week because Wednesday is the 4th of July and we will probably be heading to watch fireworks at about this time. So it's kind of a wonky week. But if I'm not on some other day next week, I will see you the following week. Have a safe and happy 4th of July, and I'll see you soon. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer them. Drop them here or shoot me an email, and I will see you soon. Bye, everybody.